Well, the teams are set to come out here at Columbus Crew Stadium, and the gem on the fairgrounds here in the capital city of Ohio, once again doing nothing to discount its status as a fantastic home for United States soccer. The women's national team, their penultimate match of 2013, a fantastic crowd on hand as they take on the Football Ferns of New Zealand. As this centennial year in U.S. soccer is coming to a close, the United States women, 12 victories and 2 ties, a 37-match unbeaten streak, 75 matches unbeaten at home. New Zealand's had a fantastic year as well. They won the Valet Cup, their first major piece of hardware, beating Brazil and China along the way. They met just 4 days ago at Candlestick Park in San Francisco, a 4-1 U.S. victory. We'll join the Crew Stadium public address for the lineups and the national anthems.
Here are tonight's starting lineups. First, for New Zealand, team captain, number 5, Abby Erceg. In goal, number 21, Erin Naylor. Number 2, Rhea Percival. Number 4, Katie Hoyle. Number 7, Allie Riley. Number 9, Amber Hearn. Number 10, Sarah Gregorius. Number 11, Kirsty Yallop. Number 15, Rebecca Stott. Number 16, Annalie Longo. Number 17, Hannah Wilkinson. The head coach is Tony Reddings. And now, tonight's starting lineup for the United States of America. The head coach is Mr. Tom Sermani. Team captain, number 3, Christy Rampone. In goal, number 1, Hope Solo. Number 2, Sydney LaRue. Number 4, Becky Sauerbrunn. Number 7, Yael Averbush. Number 8, Christy Lewis. Number 9, Heather O'Reilly. Number 11, Allie Krieger. Number 12, Lauren Holliday. Number 15, Megan Rapino. And number 20, Abby Wamba. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hat for the playing of the national anthem of New Zealand, followed by the national anthem of the United States of America.
A rousing edition of the Star Spangled Banner, preceded by God Defend New Zealand. As we are ready for this international friendly, the United States and the football Ferns. Indian summer-like weather on this penultimate day in October. 62 degrees on the Ohio State Fairgrounds with winds out of the southeast at 6 miles an hour. Some of the big storylines for the United States as they will wind down this two-match set with the Tasman Sea Nation before taking on Brazil in the Citrus Bowl next month. Tom Sermanni, who has certainly a wealth of depth and has used it in a 4-4-2 for much of the run throughout 2013, a 4-3-3 formation for the first time tonight. More on that lineup in a minute, but a big staple in the back line as well, returning and the second most capped player in U.S. history, and that's Christy Rampone, only trailing Christine Lilly. She had minor knee surgery after her last start, which was in early September, a 7-0 throttling of the Mexicans, which has put United States on a pace of scoring over 4 goals in their last 5 matches. You see Christy Rampone, the captain, wearing the armband tonight, the Jersey Shore native with the Caribbean quad as our officiating crew here tonight. Abby Erceg is the New Zealand captain. She has really taken a nice place in the central defending role since the retirement of Rebecca Smith from international soccer. So this group with Hope Solo in between the framework, a 4-3-3 featuring Christy Mewis, Christy Rampone, Becky Sauerbrunn, the NWSL Defender of the Year. She's had a fine 2013 internationally. Allie Krieger round out the back four. Yael Averbush out of North Carolina. She will work as essentially the holding role in that three-pronged midfield, making her first start since the match against the Netherlands on April the 9th. Rapinoe and Holiday have been in good form as of late. They round out the midfield. Sydney Leroux, Abby Wambach, and Heather O'Reilly, who tonight continues her consecutive string of starts, her 9th. As the United States in their Centennial uniforms, there's the All Blacks, or what is traditionally known as the All Whites on the men's side, and the Ferns have an imposing presence. That was Hannah Wilkinson. She scored the goal on Sunday. You see Becky Sauerbrunn, Defender of the Year, FC Kansas City. They're represented by 5 players on this U.S. side. Megan Rapinoe scoring off a free kick. Our referee Sabina Charles Curtin from St. Lucia, who works in sales, sets us underway as a crowd of over 15,000 here at Crew Stadium. So watch the United States hope to continue their dominance in the Midwest. They are 4-1 all time at Crew Stadium. And they have that 37-match unbeaten streak. Wilkinson with the early through ball. She scored off a deflection, off a solo stop in the second half. That was the best part of the match for New Zealand in the Bay Area. Tony Reddings, he has seen this side grow literally from their time were the core of this team. 8 girls featuring on that 2006 U20 World Cup edition, and now making up most of the senior team. Only 3 players over the age of 25, but the pressure from the United States, as that led them to 2 quick goals within the first quarter hour in San Francisco. 4-1, then 4-0 prior to that against the Matildas of Australia, Tom Sermanni's former employer. Solo stretching that out of the back, but the sturdy Katie Hoyle has the early touch. There's Rampone. The captain clears it away. Briefly into the attacking half as Wambach took a tumble. Haverbush with LaRue. Worked good in both ends, but so good on the ball and delivers this cross for Wambach. Searching in the area, but headed out at the last second by Ursig. Rapino will settle it down. 286th cap for Christy Rampone. 17 years playing with the national team. It's brief relief. Back to Solo. It's the game not 3 minutes old. O'Reilly. Her pace down the sideline will earn this throw. On the inside battle, Naylor, who started the last 6 for the Ferns, will come up to make that grab. Holiday was giving chase. A collision off that clearance and a U.S. player down. Well, Rebecca Stott, who was a youth international in Australia, has the touch and play is halted. Well, they check on Allie Krieger. The Virginia native. Seems to be all right. Tereso in Sweden, where her club finished as runners-up to Malmo and the Damallsvenskan. Malmo's Ali Riley, the left back for New Zealand. A standout career at Stanford. She's won pretty much everywhere she's been, had a chance. Considered playing for the United States, but her dad would have none of it. So New Zealand gives away another throw. Early stages. Sauerbruch. Solo. That exceptional footwork. Trying to pick out O'Reilly. But it's Stott in the end. Finding the Tennessee Volunteer, Wilkinson. She's in her junior year. And it's allowed for Percival to get forward. Gregorius, who started on the left, has swapped over to the right in this 4-4-2 for Tony Reddings, mentioning he was with the U20s in 2006 as an assistant. 3 years as the assistant, then 3 years as their head coach before finally taking over last season for the 19th ranked club in the world. Gregorius. A little 1-2 and a good ball laid into the channel by Percival. But the cross, anything but solid, and gives way to the goal kick here in the 6th minute. Hope Solo, her 5th consecutive start. She split time for Cole Barnhart on Sunday. Sauerbrunn will strike this back. Naylor on the club-winning champions of the North Regional Women's Premier League in New Zealand, Eastern Suburbs. She spent a couple of years at Indiana Purdue Fort Wayne, was a Mastodon, the New Zealand keeper. Just 21 years of age. Krieger recovering from that early spill. In the 7th minute, there's a collision with Ursig and Wambach, and she took a shot to the back of the neck. All-time leading scorer. 43 goals in her last 50 matches. O'Reilly had a nice turn, but lost it as she came toward the byline. That's an intriguing matchup with Allie Riley. There's the aforementioned O'Reilly. 192nd cap tonight for the 28-year-old. Haverbush. Stott with a game of head tennis. Rapinoe trying to catch Naylor off the line. Had a fantastic free kick for the first goal 4 days ago, and that would have been something special. Off the outsole. Flag up at the other end. Antoinette Williams and Wendy Fisher, Jamaica and the Cayman Islands respectively, and William Anderson is the fourth official to round out the crew. All things considered, a better start for the Ferns. Tony Reddings would have expected that based on the fact that they got their feet wet a few days ago. Rampone, LaRue. Sermani feeling that LaRue has been one of the players that has impressed him the most. Holiday's in that mix. Some of the young players, too, who had to go back to college, but featured in the Australia game, have all made impressions. Ball in the box on the cross. Penalty. Caught up on the hand of Rhea Percival on the bounce. Unlucky for New Zealand, but the U.S. will go to the spot. There you can see off the deflection, there it is. A classic case of hand playing ball, ball playing hands. But Sabina Charles Curtin, our referee, awards it. And Wambach looking for goal number 163. Saved brilliantly by Naylor. And what an early uplifting moment for the Ferns. As Wambach denied, and the game remaining scoreless here in the 10th. Rapinoe wiggling out of traffic, eerily silent from those here at Crew Stadium and the American Outlaws. Respecting that effort, but a fantastic job by Naylor. That third goal she gave up to Kristen Press over the weekend, rather soft. She would have liked to have had that back, but the 5'10" Waikato native showed quality there. Sauerbrunn. Krieger is trying to pick out O'Reilly. Holiday had tucked in. Good play by Rampone. The through ball. O'Reilly gonna get onto it. Tried to nutmeg Ursig, who was stretched there. It was a wonderful pass by Rapinoe. 4 goals and 3 assists in this calendar year. So the United States looking for an early goal for the 3rd consecutive match. This time denied by the fantastic stop of Aaron Naylor. Mewis starts this sequence. LaRue converging in on Percival. Headed away, it will go out for a New Zealand goal kick. This is only the 8th cap for Aaron Naylor. She has 3 shutouts. 2-time U20 World Cup member. Since that 2006 run, New Zealand has failed to get out of the group stage. At the outset mentioning they won the Valet Cup, they beat Brazil, and they beat China 4-0. So far they have not been able to get Amber Hearn involved, their elusive goal scorer. She's essentially playing as a false nine as Wilkinson delivered that into Solo. All-time leading goal scorer with 35. A chance of USA as Wilkinson will not reach that pass, and Christy Mewis, three-time All-American at Boston College, the third pick in the NWSL draft. And to play negative to release some of the pressure. There's Katie Hoyle. Really the engine in that midfield for the Kiwis. One and two touches from Holiday and O'Reilly. LaRue lays this down on the crossfield run. Rapinoe turned it back inside. It's played away by Stott. Haverbush went down and wanted a call. The United States will keep in the attacking half. Rampone showing her ability to get forward. Stott once again off the delivery from that near channel. Rapinoe just north of the Sacramento area. Also having a good run over in Sweden. Teasing ball for Wambach. She is out of range, and Naylor again will gobble it up. She has so far been the difference in keeping this scoreless through the first quarter hour here at Crew Stadium. United States now 10-1 all-time against New Zealand. Lost their inaugural match. That was way back in 1987. Long and over the top, Gregorius. Search this out. Hearn is calling for it. Never quite got there. Rampone works it back, but it's Hoyle. This time she will look for Hearn, but Mewis has good positioning. Solo sends everyone the other way. New Zealand actually began international competition officially in 1975. The U.S. didn't have their first international match till August of '85. Stott. Still tough sledding, trying to find their leading scorer in Hearn. Very deep there. As the United States back line has crept up. Mewis earning her 9th cap tonight. Last starting in the Mexico match early September. There's Hearn. Sent it through. Gregorius called for the offside again. Sarah Gregorius from Lower Hutt in the capital city. And you get a look at Wilkinson. '48th cap for the Tennessee Junior tonight. Krieger. Riley read that well for New Zealand. Will remain with the U.S. for a throw. Rampone showing those leadership qualities, and the captain picks out Holiday. Cheeky chip for LaRue, but too much. Sidney Leroux. Tom Sermani, early in his tenure as this season began, was so surprised that Leroux, despite the cap she had earned, was making her first start. That was back against Scotland in February. First cap came in January of 2011 against Sweden. Annalie Longo trying to send that across. It returns to Percival. This is Stott. U17s and the U20s with Australia before cutting across the Tasman Sea. And she has citizenship playing in the top league in New Zealand. Now playing, though, in Germany. Hoyle is fouled by Averbuch. Was not called up, did not appear in any matches in 2012. Just 3 in 2011 for Yael. Started 105 games consecutively at North Carolina. The top 8 award recipient. You're in the 19th, awaiting the game's first goal. Naylor stopped Wambach on the penalty. Wilkinson gets to the byline, turned it back toward the spot. That cleared away there, but a good little run, and Solo has to come up and scratch it away from Longo's cross. On the long throw out, a good toss for Megan Rapinoe. Full throttle ahead. Holiday reads it well. With Leroux. Strike force tonight. Alex Morgan is on the bench, but she's been dealing with an ankle injury she suffered late in the Australia match. Still day-to-day, but I would guess she'll probably stay away. Nearly an own goal here. Stott trying to position herself on that ball played by Wambach. Heads it just past the near post, leading to the game's first corner kick here on the 20th. Rapinoe to do the honors. Naylor flying through the air to paw that away, but parries it to the corresponding byline. So the United States will have their second corner into the end known as the Nordeca here at Crew Stadium. The American Outlaws, strong from the Columbus chapter, filling in that area. Leroux found her way to it, but ran out of room. So New Zealand withstanding the set pieces. Hoyle, also a member of Eastern Suburbs, North Regional Women's Premier League winning side. The captain Ursig funnels it to the near side. Here's Stott with Hearn getting a touch to it. Solo coming out of goal as Gregorius was making the run from the opposite wing. Well, Riley and Krieger were trying to connect there, but they quickly send it away for Riley to throw back in for New Zealand. Christy Yallop Vitjo and the Damosvenskan, her club team in Sweden. She, along with many from the Auckland area, New Zealand's largest city on the North Island. The ball is out. Ali Riley to throw in. Dispossession by Averbush. Trying to poach that for O'Reilly. Now Ali Riley for New Zealand. Hoyle. Kirsty Yallop holding the jersey of Holiday, who takes exception. And a yellow card to the U.S. midfielder in the 23rd minute. Well, the newly nuptialized playmaker has some Philadelphia integrity. Drew Holiday has been traded to the New Orleans Pelicans as the NBA season gets underway, but she wasn't going to take kindly to that. And off the free kick, a darting run by LaRue after it took a couple of deflections, and will go out for a goal kick in the end. So the yellow card to Holiday in the 23rd. Naylor, the big PK stop on Wambach in the 10th. Rapinoe. Traffic jam with Percival. She came toward midfield. Ferns to throw in. Hearn searching that out. Averbush, O'Reilly. Now Sauerbrunn. Closing in on 50 caps is Becky Sauerbrunn, 28. On that soccer hotbed of St. Louis. Sends it across here to Mewis. Zagging it back the other way. Yallop cut it down. Ersic forward and a good play for Gregorius. But nice hustle by Krieger to recapture. Solo is a perfect 5-0 in 2013 as she'll play towards midfield here. And the 85th cap for Percival as she'll play out in front of her coach and teammates. Good arc on that ball from Averbush. Krieger, O'Reilly. With Riley down there, but can't prevent a corner. The third for the United States in the first half. Well, they have been dictating the play, but New Zealand has aligned a little bit better to begin here tonight, as opposed to 4 days ago. Strong ball into the area, off the deflection. LaRue took contact as Naylor and a host of ladies in black got a piece of that ball on the initial whip in. Wambach off the crossbar. What a ball in from Mewis. And the United States now relentless, and LaRue with the foul. And she hacks down Percival. Denied once on the penalty, and here contorting herself in midair to be denied by the frame. "43 goals in her last 50 matches. Twice just missing out here through the first 27 minutes. Pino's pass broken up. Wilkinson gonna try and chase this down. Too much on it. Mewis to play it back into Rampone. Women's national team is 5-1 all time in the Buckeye States. 4-1 here. They played the Columbus suburb of Westerville the first time they ever had an international friendly around the capital city. Ursig distributes out to Yallop, and now Riley. The U.S. playing very high up the field. This pressure forces the turnover. Rapinoe. Yael Averbush, Holiday, O'Reilly. Spacing wasn't the best there. Krieger will throw back in. Krieger. That pass beats two. Holiday's turn, decent, but the pass was not. Wilkinson. Tenacity of Rapinoe, nearly forcing that steal, but still keeping it in the attacking third. Here is Megan Rapinoe. Abby Wambach, her iconic status, turns it back infield. Rampone put that a little out of the range of Sauerbrunn. And in an effort to keep it with O'Reilly, Riley has the touch back to her keeper, Naylor. Good find here, Yallop, and then Hoyle. But Krieger is stride for stride with Gregorius. On the half hour at Crew Stadium, a scoreless affair. Last loss for the United States. I'll go back to the Algarve Cup last March of 2012 to Japan. That thrilling affair from the 2011 World Cup. This is a good ball, and it finds Hearn in the box and across. But lagging behind was Gregorius. Maybe just a half step of patience from Hearn. There she is. All-time leading scorer in New Zealand history. 35 goals. Five better than Wendy Sharp. Solo will take this back for the Americans. A lot of running for Gregorius. This opening stanza, the air game of Solo, so pristine, and on this long punt, Ursig will head away in the United States, which has owned much of the ball in this first half, but still looking to be rewarded for it. They've come close twice. Talking about those games with Japan, it was the last time the United States women's team was here in their build-up toward the World Cup. That's ripped wide by Rapinoe. A goal kick for Naylor. That was May of 2011, a 2-0 victory. Rapinoe. Olympic Lyonnais, the women featuring in the Women's Champions League final a couple of seasons ago. Joined up with the Seattle Reign, the inaugural year of the NWSL. Which was won by the Portland Thorns. Gallop after Hoyle, good link play there, and Wilkinson is off and away. She's behind Rampone to the byline. Solo, though, will cut it down as Gregorius was the late runner once more. Well, those vital components in central midfield, Hoyle and Yallop, Waikato and Auckland respectively. Good link play to send away Wilkinson, the 21-year-old. The Ferns have snuck in a moment here and there, but Solo's been ready every time. Mewis. About 40 minutes south of Boston is where she hails from. Excited for the opportunity tonight, but for her Sox as well, trying to close out the World Series. Well, the engine of O'Reilly keeps on motoring. Clanks that off of Percival to force a corner kick. Fourth for the United States here in the first half. Rapinoe, Wambach hit the framework again. Looked to be on the outside edge this time. But the positioning exceptional, the delivery fantastic. Just to the outside of the goal, off that stanchion in the back. Aaron Naylor, New Zealand keeper, with Rapinoe the first touch off the 50-50. Mewis, Percival, Kirsty Yallop. Percival looking for Wilkinson. Here's Hearn inside of that one run into the penalty area. She's had a rather pedestrian first half. To credit to the United States defense. Rampone, Mewis, Rapinoe getting ambitious for that O'Reilly run. But Yallop a solid job to put it to the back line of the United States. Inside of 10 minutes to play in this first half. And Hoyle is fouled for New Zealand. Four goals Sunday. 10 days ago was a 4-0 win over Australia, 7-0 over Mexico, 5-0 over the Korea Republic, and then 5 days prior to that. That was in June. You have to go back to the match against Canada where they scored fewer than 4 goals. They're in a stalemate right now in the 37th. But crescendoing forward once more. LaRue, Rapinoe, and look at this ball. Just wide. Mewis spending much of her time as a winger at Boston College, but shows she has that great left foot. She looked for her second international goal and just missed out. Off the deflection, Holiday, Rampone, Captain Ursig steps in front of Abby Wambach there. She tries to nestle it aside for Hearn. Around Longo. LaRue giving Percival fits. Lays it down on the tracks. But Stott has been solid in this opening 45 minutes. Hearn off the second touch from Rampone and then makes a good cut. Looking to spray it across for Allie Riley. And a left back all the way forward, but a good angle taken by Krieger. Turns it out under duress. Wilkinson, Hoyle, and around to Hearn, who came from an offside position. Solo tries route one, but Ursig earned tons of praise from Tony Reddings for stepping into that role and taking on the leadership responsibility left vacant by Rebecca Smith, who retired at the end of 2012. There she is. This is her 89th cap tonight. Two-time World Cup and Olympic participant. Much of her career in New Zealand, although Adelaide United in Australia has been the home the last 2 years. Steal out of the midfield and Rampino running rampant. And this is deflected by Naylor on the last gasp effort by O'Reilly. An awkward save as her legs cut out to the left, but parried it aside for the corner kick. The U.S. has had abundance of these as we hit 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Holiday. It's a good ball in there. Hoyle got a piece. Mewis flapjacks that forward as Wambach tried the bike attempt and then slithered across through the face by Holiday. Just out of the range of Averbush, who was forward. So the United States has been on the front door. New Zealand clinging to zeros. Naylor with the big stop of the 10th minute as give that energy to her club. Riley's not going to be able to chase this down. Krieger, the U.S. member on the Washington club in the NWSL at the moment. Looks it across to Rapinoe, who scorches one out and for a goal kick. Very active first half for Megan Rapinoe. Another player that Tom Sermani knew she was good. She's had big moments, of course, but seeing her on an everyday basis or when the national team gathers, just exceptional. Her, Holiday, LaRue praising their technical sides of the game. Averbush. Sauerbrunn Mewis passes that and splits the defense with LaRue. A fantastic turn in traffic. Got a goal. Sidney LaRue turns the screws, and the United States finally has the breakthrough in the 43rd minute. It starts with a simple little pass by Mewis, but a turn you can't teach right here on Stott. And the 23-year-old and Boston Breaker scores her 22nd international goal and 8th this season, her first since the quad against Mexico on September 3rd. So a 1-0 lead in the 43rd minute. LaRue from Mewis, and the United States not done. Holiday, O'Reilly, kept it alive. No, she did not. The flag was up across the way for offside. "12 goals in 2012, the last calendar year for Sidney LaRue, and adds her 8th here tonight in 2013. That broken up well. Heavy collision, LaRue across with Percival. Final minute in this first half. That will run out of play. Averbush. One minute of first half stoppage time here at Crew Stadium. The United States a 1-0 lead on the goal just a few moments ago by Sidney LaRue. Looking for a second, and she's in the area. Well, the referee says get up. LaRue says no matter, I'll find it again. And she's going to whistle play before that second put in. Now there's the contact. She must have called the foul on LaRue. She had to. As Sidney kept on playing. Giving the free kick to Erin Naylor of New Zealand. Rampone will wind down this first half clock. Rapinoe. The last through ball that's broken up by the New Zealand back line. The football Ferns hanging tough, hanging on for a lot of that first half. Some moments where they tried to break behind and give themselves a lead, but the United States staying with it. And Sidney LaRue with her 8th goal of 2013. Well, the nice pass by Mewis toward the end of the first half gives the women's national team a 1-0 lead here at the half over New Zealand.